Let's make some naan bread. So this is actually a super simple recipe. And this is one of the recipes where I do not use like hard white wheat or einkorn or anything. It does really well with just bread flour. So I use 1.5 cups of bread flour and then 1 cup of homemade yogurt and then some salt and some water. You'll find lots of recipes online that call for yeast, that call for baking powder, all this kind of stuff. That is not what I use, and mine comes out perfectly fine. And one of the reasons why I love it is it's just a couple of ingredients and things that I typically have on hand. I usually make this as a replacement for pita. So whenever I make Middle Eastern dishes, I will make naan instead, even though naan is a traditional Indian bread. It cooks up very quickly, like a tortilla, but it has a really different bite. It's definitely much thicker and it's very soft and pillowy, like a good pita is actually. So this recipe makes about either 8 really large ones, which I don't have a pan for, or 16 smaller ones. And it is a very sticky dough, so I do like to use lots of extra rolling flour. You want it to stick a little bit, but not so much where it's just, all over your hands and not in your actual pan at the end of the recipe. Now, this type of flatbread is typically, well, traditionally cooked in a tandoori, but you can also cook it on any cast iron that you have. I'm using my largest cast iron. I think it's a 9 inch. I'm not exactly sure. But you could use any large pan that you have, so you don't have to have a tandoori oven in order to cook this. But that would be cool if you did. If you do have a tandoori oven, I would love to see that because the traditional method of cooking this is really cool. Um, so once you get all of your balls rolled out, then you're going to want to make sure that you heat up that pan. I usually have it on, I have electric gas top, I'm sorry, electric glass top stove. So I typically put it on a medium low, medium to medium high setting, depending on how quickly I'm seeing these cook up. They're going to cook a little bit different than a tortilla, so you're going to want to make sure that you're paying attention to it and watching it. Also notice whenever I'm cooking this that I am spraying it with olive oil on both sides, and that is just to help it cook on both sides, even whenever that side is not on the actual heating unit. And then I also find that that helps it to have whatever extra ingredients you're putting on it stick to it. You could put anything on it. Garlic. In this recipe, I'm putting parsley on it from the garden. I've also put other herbs and spices or just salt and pepper on it is good too, but you could also just eat it plain. If you like these types of recipes and would like to learn more about slow cooking, please visit me over on my website at www.fibermaiden.com or anywhere on the internet at fibermaiden, all one word. If you prefer short format videos, I am over on TikTok and I also have a Pinterest as well. So you saw that whenever I was cooking it, it started bubbling up, very similar to a tortilla. And that is when you know when it has those little blisters all over it, how you'll know when to turn it. And then I typically turn it a couple of times because the blistered side tends to burn a little bit more than the flat side, the original side that you put it down on. So I just like to make sure that it's cooked all the way through and that I'm not burning the little blisters that are on the back too badly. Um, so if you like recipes like this, please drop a like, a comment, subscribe. I would love to hear about what you've cooked using some of these recipes that I share with you or other methods that you might have that work better. I'm always looking to improve. And I hope you guys have learned how to make naan bread today and that you will be using it in some of your dinners coming up. And I think it's a wonderful addition to, any of your South Asian, Indian cuisine, also Middle Eastern dishes as well, and cooks up very quickly. And I think you guys would really like it. Thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.